Hi there, I'm Kerry Cradit from the Nutritional Healing Center of Ann Arbor, and welcome to Supplement Solutions for Balancing Hormones. Thanks for joining me, and hope I can give you some great information. The definition of a hormone is a biologically active substance which exerts regulatory effects on metabolism and physiological functions in the body. Only a small amount of a hormone is required to alter cell function. And in essence, it's a chemical messenger that's transporting signals from one cell to another or one place in the body to another. Many parts of the body can make hormones, but the major glands that make up the endocrine system are the hypothalamus, pituitary, thyroid and parathyroid, adrenal glands, ovaries, testicles, prostate gland, breast tissue, pancreas, and pineal. The goal of what I do in the office and what we do as a practice working with nutrition is getting these hormonal glands working their best. Sometimes with supplements, sometimes with some diet changes. It helps balance the hormones overall. So you're not having to add a hormone in necessarily to balance the organ. You're letting the organ work better, therefore balancing hormones more naturally. The hypothalamus, now we'll talk a little bit more specifically about some of these areas and the things that they might contribute to symptom wise if they are off balance with your health, the things they could be making work a little bit suboptimum for you. The hypothalamus links the nervous system to the endocrine system. It controls body temperature, hunger, thirst, fatigue, and sleep. The HPA axis is the hypothalamus, pituitary, and adrenals all working as a team together with each other to support each other. And if one of those organs is out of balance, then sometimes you'll find other parts of that axis being out of balance as well. Supplements that can really help with the hypothalamus are B vitamins, hypothalamus PMG, a very specific standard process supplement for hypothalamus support, hypothalamex, also standard process, and Energetics makes a supplement called rehydration, which helps the hypothalamus, helps with fluid balance in the body, does help balance hormonal organs. This is a great one if somebody has headaches or they tend to have electrolyte imbalances. The rehydration can work great. The pituitary. Pituitary is the master gland. It tells every other organ, every other hormonal organ gland in the body what to do. So its major functions, it's responsible for growth in kids, in adults, it's responsible for healing. It regulates blood pressure, fluid balance, temperature, and plays a role in digestion, tells your stomach when to make acid. Common symptoms when a pituitary is out of balance are headaches, hot flashes, cycle problems, menstrual cycle problems, vision problems, reflux, and heartburn, sometimes ulcers in the stomach too. Supplements that help here, manganese from standard process. We have found very frequently that someone who suffers from migraines will benefit greatly from manganese, a vitamin E with the trace mineral manganese supplement. Again, standard process pituitrophin, very specific to supporting the pituitary. And GB pituitary, this is systemic formulas. This is personally one of my favorites for helping my pituitary function a bit better. It's great. It's got a lot of B vitamins, helps with rebuilding or repairing the tissue. So great when somebody suffers from headaches or some visual things from the pituitary as well. Thyroid. There could be a whole lecture, hours long, on thyroid. So, this is a big, big player in hormonal health. So, it is the most common organ we find to be weak with muscle testing in our office. Blood tests often don't show poor function, and it is frequently imbalanced after pregnancy. It is essential that it gets minerals to function, and we don't always get enough in our food. Iodine, especially, is important for metabolism and brain function. Iodine makes you smart. And common symptoms with the thyroid: headaches, especially in the morning, Fatigue. What I tell people about thyroid fatigue is this is a person who often feels tired but gets lots of things done all through the day, but they crash really hard at night. So that's kind of what I consider thyroid fatigue. Anxiety, depression, weight gain or loss, neck and shoulder pain, hair loss, low libido, menstrual cycle problems, irritable bowel symptoms, neck swelling, heart palpitations, poor circulation, feeling cold, low body temperature, brain fog. You can see this does deserve kind of its own individual lecture. Supplements that can help the thyroid, CT minerals. This is from Cellcore. CT minerals is a blend of 69 plant-derived minerals with amino acids. So this is really a building block for healing tissue. This is also great to put in water if your water is lacking minerals. So CT minerals is a great thyroid helper and great endocrine system helper. Specifically for the thyroid from standard process thytrophin, PMG, simplex F or M. So simplex F, F stands for female, M is for male. These are more broad hormonal support products from standard process. Simplex F supports thyroid, pituitary, ovaries, and adrenals. Simplex M, thyroid, pituitary, testicles, and prostate, and adrenals also. Hope I said that right. Thyroid, adrenals, pituitary, testicles, prostate. So great products for overall thyroid support. Selenium is essential to the thyroid. And if someone has autoimmune thyroid problems, artemisinin, this is an herb that has immune properties, helps the immune system, and really we've seen clinically in our office where it will reduce those thyroid antibody numbers on blood work. Not just clinical experience, cannot diagnose or recommend anything that's medical. Iodine, again, deserves its own lecture, but most people are likely deficient in iodine unless they are supplementing with it. Iodine is a micronutrient, it's a trace element and an essential mineral. It's detected in every organ and tissue of the body. It's not produced by the body, so it must be consumed in diet and or supplementation. There are two forms, iodide and iodine. It's important for thyroid, prostate, and breast health. Iodine is a halogen. It's in the same chemical group as chlorine, fluorine, and bromine. So, an increased exposure to those toxins can displace iodine from your body. The opposite is also true. If you have sufficient iodine in your body, it prevents chlorine, fluorine, and bromine from entering or getting stuck in your body. Supplements that can help here, CT iodine. This is a bit of a higher dose iodine. It is great because as it is supplying the iodine that's needed, it's also helping bind those toxins to help your body get rid of the toxins more efficiently. Organically bound minerals from standard process, Min, Tran, AF beta food, Iodomir, and Cataplex F tablets. These are all iodine supplements from standard process. They make a wide variety because many people need differing amounts or can tolerate differing amounts of iodine. That's where it's a little bit important to be working with a practitioner to make sure you're getting the iodine you specifically need. And TMI is another high dose iodine from systemic formulas. Blood tests for the thyroid. Often medical doctors will only test for 1 to 3 thyroid markers on blood work, but there are 10 tests that can actually be run if you think you have a thyroid problem. So often standard screenings will miss autoimmune problems with the thyroid. So there's TSH, total T4, total T3, T3 uptake, free T4, free T3, reverse T3, TPO and antithyroglobulin, and free thyroxine index. These are 10 tests that can really help if there is a suspected thyroid problem to see the bigger picture. And this is a test that we can order in our office for patients. The adrenal glands. This has been a tough year and a half for a lot of people. We're finding a lot of people needing adrenal support. This is a fight or flight organ, produces adrenaline. It releases hormones in response to stress. So it is a problem for many people because just day-to-day stress gets this organ a bit overworked in general. It's not really meant to work like that. Common symptoms here, extreme fatigue. This is the person who can't get through their day very easily sometimes. That's how I look at the difference between thyroid fatigue and adrenal fatigue. This is a person that needs to nap, maybe during the day. They're exhausted all day long. They often, though, can't sleep at night. So that's another adrenal kind of trick it plays. Poor sleep, dry eyes, sweating, high blood pressure, cravings for salt, caffeine, and sugar are all common symptoms associated with thyroid dysfunction. Supplements that can help: B vitamins, one of our very favorites, Cataplex B, but lots of different ways to get B. Nutritional yeast is a great source, and lots of different supplemental sources of B vitamins. Vitamin C, CalAmmo from Standard Process. This is a great mineral salt. The adrenals do need salts and minerals to function well. Bioplasma by Highlands would be another great source of lots of different minerals to supply some nutrition for the thyroid, adrenals, and thyroid. And then ashwagandha and rhodiola ginseng as herbal helpers to get that organ functioning a bit better. Pancreas. So the pancreas is a hormonal organ. It helps with digestion. Insulin is a hormone. It's damaged by intake of sugar. Common symptoms here, most people kind of know pancreas symptoms: blood sugar problems, fatigue, lightheadedness, increased or decreased appetite, urinary frequency, and excessive thirst. Supplements that can help the pancreas: Gluco Optimizer. This is a berberine supplement. Berberine helps with the immune system. It's got some antimicrobial capabilities. It's also a helper to blood sugar regulation. So Gluco Optimizer is a great pancreas support product. Again, Cataplex B. B vitamins are essential for so many functions in the body that kind of can't go wrong with some B vitamins. Cataplex GTF, that stands for glucose tolerance factor. That's a standard process supplement that can help pancreas function a bit better. And then Diaplex, a little more broad, has several different nutrients in it and does help with digestion and sugar regulation, sugar balance, carbohydrate regulation. Some solutions that you can do to help with hormone related symptoms: avoiding white sugar and brominated baked goods, soft drinks, and brominated vegetable oils. Avoid using plastics. So these are endocrine or hormonal disrupting chemicals. Filtering your tap water to limit chlorine and fluorine exposure. We like the Berkey filter. I'm doing some investigation into possibly trying a home distiller for my water. I haven't quite gotten there yet, but I'm investigating that, and I think I might be experimenting with distilling my water for a bit and then adding the CT minerals into that water to remineralize it. So that'll be information that's coming soon. Consume healthy fats, possibly a ketogenic diet depending on the person and their needs. Avoiding soy. A great resource for more information on soy is westinaprice.org. Supplementing iodine and other minerals. Eating vegetables, sea vegetables like seaweed, as a food source of iodine. Using a good salt, Celtic sea salt, on your food and in your water. This doesn't necessarily supply enough iodine for the needs of your cells, but it's a great source of other trace minerals too. So even adding an eighth of a teaspoon into 20 ounces of water at least once a day can help mineralize and drive that fluid into your cells a little bit better. Iodized salt is not an adequate source by itself of iodine either, so supplementing it in is often needed. Treating your scars with an oil. Scars act as an energetic barrier to the way your body is sending messages organ to organ. So often midline scars will impact midline organs. So thyroid will be very much impacted if somebody has scars on their skin. So treating those scars with an oil can help the body send messages more correctly. Eating adequate protein and vegetables, and limiting caffeine consumption. We test people in our office with muscle testing. That's the way we can help figure out what parts of the body need nutritional support. And symptoms are an indicator that something is imbalanced or deficient in your body. So when someone's telling us the symptoms they're having, it's creating we're creating ideas about what might be going on. And then we can make some educated supplement recommendations and then use the muscle testing to really fine tune what a person needs. So that's what we do. And there's a wide variety of supplements that can be helpful with hormone balance. It's always best to work with a practitioner for recommendations for your individual needs. And if you would like more information on our nutritional programs, you can call the office or email. It's intake@thenhcaa.com, or you can call 734-302-7575. I very much appreciate you watching this lecture. I hope I gave you some information that might help you in your path to health. And if you're already a patient, share your successes with your friends. Let them know that we're helping you. And if there's anything we can do to help you on your path forward to health, please reach out and like and share this video. Thanks so much for watching.